Well, it may be the start of the Davy Fitzgerald era in Wexford, but his first Alliance League lineup has a largely familiar look about it. However, Matthew O'Hanlon is now chosen at number 6, with Lee Chin wearing 14. There's a recall for David Redmond and starts for Aaron Maddock and Barry Carton. And it is Wexford who won the toss, and they're opting to play from right to left in the first half. Hugely important game for both of these teams, in the sense that only one team will be promoted from Division 1b at the end of the season, and Galway are the hot favourites. Right now it's Graham Mulcahy who's advancing, looking to get the first point of the game, and succeeding in doing that. Not for the first time. Graham Mulcahy steals in there on that left-hand side, got past his man there quite easily, Simon Donoghue, and put it over the bar beautifully. Davy Fitzgerald is down there on the sideline, first league game in charge of Wexford. So much expected of the new Davy Fitzgerald era. Paul Brown, nicely forward, collected beautifully by Peter Casey. Very promising young player, Casey, and the 19-year-old knocks it over the bar. His first shot on target, first point as well, and Limerick have made a decent enough start. They've had 4 attacks and they've scored from 2 of them so far, both points coming from open play. Moved forward again there, this time it was by Diarmaid Burns, cut out however, driven down by Aidan Nolan, down into that inside forward line, down towards Paul Morris, looking to try and keep that ball in the Limerick 45-metre line. MacDonald gets the pass there from Aaron Maddock and hits it well. It's a second point for Wexford, both of them coming from Conor MacDonald. The first was from a free, this from open play. Lovely pass from Maddock, really good completion by Conor MacDonald. Breaks back here towards David Dempsey, wearing number 14 again, operating around the half-forward line. Gives it off as far as Seamus Hickey. Big attempt by Hickey to land this one. It's a great score. Really good point by Seamus Hickey, the man who was an all-star back in 2014. Big distance out. He was at least 65 metres from the target. 4 points to 2. Up towards David Dempsey. Difficult one for Dempsey to take because of the presence in there of David Redmond. Wexford have it back. It's beautifully in here to MacDonald, has a go and puts it over the bar. Really good point. Well, he is the main scorer in chief, Conor MacDonald, and that is his 4th this afternoon. Got the measure of Declan Hannon this time and fired it over, and he's also fired up the crowd. An attendance today of about 6,000-7,000, I would imagine. That's what they were anticipating anyway. Spills away from Aaron Maddock of Wexford. Then Aidan Nolan trying to make some advances, stopped here, comes back to Peter Casey. Casey trying to round James Breen. Awkward angle, looks good. It's a really good point. An excellent score by Peter Casey, his 3rd so far. Well, we've seen some wonderful shooting by 2 number 13s in this game so far. First of all, it was Conor MacDonald, and now Peter Casey as well. Simon Donoghue leaves it behind. Paul Brown picks it up again. Across here as far as Declan Hannon, and Hannon from outside the 65-metre line drives it over the bar. Lovely point by Declan Hannon, who got a goal and 4 when these teams met in Limerick last year, and now it's 9 points to 4. Wexford have a lot to do in the second half. So the advantage is with Limerick, but the wind is with Wexford. And bear in mind, they won the toss, so they knew exactly what they were doing and wanted to have the breeze behind them for this second 35 minutes. Wexford trying to win possession back on their own half-back line, put under pressure one more time. An opportunity now to pick it up here on the part of Garrod Hegarty. Look at the target and get the first point of the second half. A very important score that. Psychologically, it's a big boost for Limerick. It's a blow for Wexford. Wexford, with the elements behind them, left a gap, and Garrod Hegarty availed of it. Down it goes towards Barry Carton, and that ball hit, and over the bar it's gone, and it's that man again, Conor MacDonald, taking the pass and making it his 5th point of the match so far. Carton to MacDonald, and MacDonald has got all of Wexford's scores. They need a return from somebody else, maybe Lee Chin. That'll do nicely. Lee Chin, bang on cue, pops it over the bar, and now 2 in a row for Davy Fitzgerald's team, and suddenly it's a 5-point game. Good score by Lee Chin. Down into the corner, a ball to be won in there. Who's going to get it? It's Kyle Hayes. Hayes, the youngster, makes a lot of inroads to Dempsey. Real goal chance. And he swung around it. Surely there is a penalty. Ball continues to be alive there in that goalmouth area. Just look at this again here, the build up to this one, as David Dempsey was coming in here. Thought he was fouled there, and certainly looked to be pulled down by Liam Ryan. And that looked like a high challenge there by Liam Ryan, but got away with it. Beautifully fetched, nicely taken. The flying Barry Carton measures it beautifully on as far as Harry Keogh. The Limerick defenders come out to meet him. Harry Keogh can take a score here. The umpires look at it and decide, yes, perfectly accurate. Really good point. It was beautifully set up for Harry Keogh, but he had the composure then and the time to take it with care and accuracy. Now it really is beginning to be anybody's game in there towards Harry Keogh once again. Harry's got it. Hand passes it outside as far as Diarmuid O'Keefe, and O'Keefe ready to make it a one-point game, and he's done it. Great score, great play. Harry Keogh to Diarmuid O'Keefe, and now it's 12 points to 11. Now who's the money on? Great score by O'Keefe, the player from St Anne's, always ultra competitive. A lot for Davy to think about, the way his side has been playing in the second half. Podge Doran levels it. Really good play by Podge. The big man has come on and made a major impact. 2 possessions, 2 points, and it's 12 points apiece. Aidan Nolan goes back for this one. Plays it as far as Owen Moore. Driven long into that 2 men inside forward line. They have it again. Lee Chin gives Wexford the lead for the first time in the game. They were 6 behind at half-time. They're using the elements. Limerick are tiring. Wexford are showing the necessary resolve, and they lead here by a point. Huge one, big one, all the way down. Look at that go. And Podge Doran's in there, falls down, and MacDonald has scored. There is a goal in this game, and Wexford have got it. And Conor MacDonald is the goal scorer, and they're ahead by 113 to 12 points. And now the advantage is very firmly, very definitely with Wexford. Now one for Limerick to win, and they've won it. They've won it really well through Peter Casey. Here's a chance for Dempsey. Dempsey once again. And this time the referee does blow his whistle. But David Dempsey was outside the large square when he was fouled. So it's going to be a free in this time, and a chance to put at least another point on the board for Limerick and give them some little bit of hope. It's going to be Peter Casey wearing number 27. Surely he's got to go for a goal. But there are 5-6 players on the goal line. Now he's just content to tap it over. 5 points for Peter Casey. Means they're 4 points behind, 114 to 13 points. Over to try and win it is Alan Dempsey. Can't get there. It's Owen Moore instead. Wexford fans now just waiting for the final whistle, and there it goes. And Wexford have beaten Limerick, something they haven't done for a long time in the league. And Davy Fitzgerald's term is off to a dream start. Wexford the winners by 1 goal and 14 points to Limerick's 14 points.
This is a process, Jerry. It's not going to happen straight away within these few months. But if you can see ingredients where they'll fight out things to the bitter end, like that's one of the most important things about any game you play, is you have to be prepared to fight and battle to the very end. And hopefully we'll get that most days we go out.